Hey Alex, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I am doing all right. The Dutch are up 2-0. You can't ask for too much more.
I'm watching it right now as we speak.
Yeah, Sweden looked a lot better at the end of that first half though, but I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna be able to pull it off.
I didn't see the goal why it was called off. I'm assuming it was offsides. It was
Yeah,
after.
the CB that like headed it in, he was off by just like a smidgen. Like he literally was like just past like the Dutch line when he headed that in. I thought they were gonna like overturn that, but you know, what do we know, right?
I thought I knew everything until I saw Portugal tie Congo. I was like, Jesus Christ. Man, I don't know if you saw the
Yeah.
highlights, but yeah, Ronaldo, they're not talking too fondly of him right now.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I saw the highlights, and I'm just like, can we like fucking chill on the Ronaldo hate, please? Just for like a sec. Like just for like a fucking minute, and just accept the fact that he is a little older. He's not gonna be able to do like everything like we remembered it. But at the same time, let's not like all put the blame on Ronaldo. Like Vitinha, I don't know if you saw like the one where he set up like the midfield for like a perfect chance right there, and then they started dribbling backwards. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You know?
I did see that. I saw that. The commentator was even making a comment about it. They were like, "Yo, what is he doing?"
Exactly.
Yeah,
And everyone just wants to like like bandwagon on Ronaldo because it's like fun or it's like clout right now to hate on him. He's like the obvious scapegoat right now, and it's like, bro, did you even watch or like look at the highlights, bro? Because like he was doing like what he could at 41 years old. Like you gotta accept the fact that he's more of a poacher now. He's not gonna be like, like like a target forward or like an advanced striker. He's like strictly gonna be poaching a lot of goals.
I agree. The problem though is Ed, is that they've been comparing him to Messi for 20 years now.
Hmm.
And then when you get a game where literally like it couldn't have gone any better for Lionel Messi, and then the next day he plays and that happens, it's like the worst timing, you know?
I do. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get like why it's a bad look, and I agree on some aspects how like Ronaldo needs to like move more. I get that, but at the same time, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was tough because also too he's playing in the Saudi league now, and let's be honest, like I mean, I love Ronaldo, but I haven't seen one Saudi league game. You know, I might catch like a highlight every now and then, but
Hmm.
like how good is that
Yeah.
league? How good is the quality of that league? Truthfully.
Well, let me put it this way: like a lot of like the people in, or like a lot of like the average like people who are actually from Saudi Arabia playing in that league, yeah, not so great. However, I will tell you because of like all the money they've been throwing around and getting people like Neymar to come to that league, I will tell you right now that his competition isn't. They're not exactly like pushovers. You know what I mean? Like he still has to play people like Benzema, Sadio Mane. You know. Um, like a lot of people did like come over for the Saudi League strictly for the money, but like you look at some of the goals he scores in the Saudi League, he is still scoring from like 40 yards out. He's doing like bicycle kicks in the Saudi League. I will tell you that.
That's fair. Also, didn't they compare the Saudi league to the MLS? It's basically the same in terms of quality.
Exactly. Like
Like
you
they're
want to go there, like look at like Messi in the MLS. Like he's scoring like free kicks, like he was back at Barcelona and who was his fucking competition. Like Americans who can't even like fathom there's like a next level, to football. Or, the fact that they don't want to acknowledge that kind of Messi goes quiet during a lot of those matches.
So let's just say the World Cup ends and Argentina and Portugal don't win it, and that's the end of it. You'll never see Messi and Ronaldo again. Who's the greatest soccer player of all time?
People are gonna fortunately say Messi simply because of that stupid like World Cup that was rigged, but more on that later. Like like to me, I don't know. You take away, I feel like Messi should have some of his Ballon d'Ors taken away, and I feel like that World Cup should have like a gigantic asterisk next to it. But overall, I would say it depends on like what you prefer, like in a footballer.
Well, I was thinking about you the other day when Messi scored the hat trick. They were questioning the red card. Did you see that?
Exactly. Like he's stepping the guy's fucking back calf. Like that's the shit they were talking about in the 20
Yo,
2020 two World Cup, man. That shit right there. Like I actually rewatched that match, against the Netherlands, and he had like a clear handball. There was like a lot of like red cards that should have been handed out, but the Dutch instead got a lot of like questionable yellow cards. It's like that's what I'm talking about right there.
it is. I mean, if any other person, I can't imagine them not getting a red card for that foul.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's literally that's how scary he is in the soccer world, where like referees are like, I'm not going to give this like, oh my god, like, do we give
Yeah,
Messi the red card? Like, it's like giving an alien, like, it's like telling an alien to go to jail or something. And it's like,
exactly. Yeah, that like bald guy, the one with like the dark unibrow, the one that like they're claiming is like corrupt, who's running the tournament basically.
oh
Um,
yeah, Gianni Infantino.
yeah, yeah, like the basically like the face of the tournament, man. Like he'd probably like pull that ref off to the side and have him like executed quietly.
Oh, I'm sure there's been a few. See, no one ever talks about that. They always talk about like the sunshines, the rainbows of the sport, but they do that in a really. They're very good at marketing soccer. I'll give it to them because they know how to attract the masses while mitigating all of the bad publicity. But that exists. Dude, you remember
Yeah,
Robinho? Remember Robinho, the guy who played for Real Madrid?
I do.
He is serving a 10-year sentence in Brazil for a gang rape on a girl.
Wait, are we talking about Rodrigo or Rapina?
No, do you remember there was a guy named Robinho way back in the day? It was about like 10 years ago. He was a really good Brazilian soccer player. He was number
Hmm.
11. He was a winger for Real Madrid and AC Milan at one point. One of the best players in the world. He was found guilty. Like they had primary evidence on this guy. They wiretapped his phones. Like they had witnesses. Get confirmed. There was a 23-year-old Albanian girl. He was at this club. She was celebrating her birthday. They got her drunk.
Hmm.
They drugged her. They brought her into some like changing room and they gang raped her.
Hmm.
Gang raped her. There's comments through the wiretapping of him making statements about her, you know, in a very derogatory way. Um, you know, terrible behavior, to be honest with you. And yeah, I mean, he is in jail for 10 years, and that at one point in time, that was like one of the best players in the world. Crazy, 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 crazy. You know,
And I'm sure he used to have like commercials with him, where he was like all like fun loving,
oh,
like patting like a kid's head or something.
he was in all the Nike Joga Bonita commercials where he was like juggling the ball around and all that. I don't know if you remember those
Mm.
commercials with the Brazilians. They were all beating the drums and they were on the bus like before the game. They were like juggling into the locker room. Like he was a part of those commercials. So they made him into like this. Same thing with like Gianni Infantino in the background. There's people getting executed. I'm sure there is. We just don't know about it. You know, Real Madrid, the construction company is the reason why Real Madrid is financed. They have a publicly traded construction company, which is like you and I both know construction companies not always, but it's not always the squeakiest clean of businesses. You know?
I believe it. Yep. Yeah, case in point, any scene from The Sopranos when they're trying to get jobs for like the mafia dudes.
Oh yeah, it's always like a construction company, or they operate like a garbage disposal.
Right.
Right,
Who's got
right.
like a appointed like quote unquote union leader, and he wants like to get like jobs, like quote unquote legit jobs for his guys.